YouTube? It's Dan here, and first off, I need to start this video off with a public apology. I sent the Fragrance Brothers a mystery package. They had no idea it was coming. I just went ahead and sent it, and I'm sorry guys, I just couldn't resist. I kind of feel bad, but not really, because I know it's going to be funny as hell, and if you're not subscribed to the Fragrance Brothers, I highly suggest that you do, because not only is their channel awesome, but I have a feeling the video that's going to be uploaded tonight is going to be funny as hell. You don't want to miss this. Now, I'm not going to spoil the surprise. You just have to wait to see it, just like me, which sucks. I can't wait. But I have a feeling it's going to be well worth the wait. Now, on to today's meat and potatoes, the sampling session. Today's sampling session is brought to us by MJCoursey. One hell of an awesome individual in this fragrance community. He contacted me, wanted to send me some stuff, get my nose on some things, and I really, really appreciate that, man. I cannot thank you enough for you to take time out of your day to want to do this for me. That's just awesome. And he sent me 15 rather large decants. So I'm not going to go through them all in this video. I'm going to space them out in a few videos. But the 4 that we're going to be looking at today is by Kilian's Incense Oud. I was very excited for that one. Red Sea by Micallef, Spicy for Him by Micallef, and Profumum, Roma, Olibanum. Going over those 4. So, without further ado, let's get to sniffing. Number 1, by Kilian's Incense Oud. Now, I've already worn this one, so I pretty much know what it's like. If you're familiar with Silver Factory, this is definitely along the same lines as that. By Kilian's Incense Oud, you get a balmy fragrance, like a balmy rose sitting over creamy sandalwood with incense surrounding that. Of course, I love it. Just delicious as hell. Now, moving on to number 2, we have Micallef's Red Sea. I've already worn this one as well, so I know what this one is like. This one has rose in it as well, and cinnamon. And this one is a very floral rose. Right off the top, it's not something that I'm really fond of. Seems feminine, it's kind of powdery. And it's just a bitey floral rose. So, yeah, that one I'm not too much a fan of. Moving on to Spicy for Him by Micallef. Now, I remember when I first wore this one a while ago, I was thinking of Ego Est. It is along the same lines. It's a heavier fragrance like that for the cooler months. But this one, at the top, what I get is a rich mixture of like moss, lemon, resin, patchouli, amber, musk. Just a really nice blend of that going in at the top. Now moving on to number 4, I have Profumum, Roma, Olibanum. This one, I already know that I thoroughly enjoy this one. I've worn this one before. It lasts and lasts. The projection is great. And what you get out of this fragrance is basically at the top incense and myrrh. So you're all familiar with incense. And the myrrh mixed with the incense, the myrrh creates kind of like a leathery latex kind of vibe. So mixed with that incense, oh, it just creates something just awesome to me. Love this stuff. Now, I'm going to stop the tape. I'm going to come back in an hour or 2, let them settle and develop, and give you my final thoughts. Now, on to my final thoughts for these fragrances. The first one, by Kilian's Incense Oud. This one is kind of a little bit of a disappointment for me. It starts off brilliant. Love the top. But rather quickly, the scent gets weak, and I remember my wearings of this for a couple of days, and I was surprised that the longevity was like 4 hours. This thing dies off fast. And if you go and look at other reviews, other people's talk on this one, a lot of the people say the same thing. And this one does fade fast, so that's disappointing. And it doesn't really develop into anything that's spectacular. The scent gets a touch drier. The incense gets a little bit more dominant. The rose tames down, but still remains a rose to me that's slightly, just a little bit going towards the feminine side. So when I'm looking at fragrances like this, that are in the same type of family, like Silver Factory, I would definitely be after Silver Factory more than this one. And this one, the price tag behind it is rather steep. Now, as for MJCoursey1's Red Sea. Red Sea, I wore this for a whole day once, and that was enough. Sorry, Jason. That was enough for me. I wore it to my son's Christmas recital, and I don't know why he said this, but he said I smelled like pee. Now, I don't get pee, but I do get a very heavily dominated feminine rose fragrance. And that is definitely not for me. The Swiss one pretty much just stays the same. Just a heavy rose. Powdery, yeah, do not like it. So that one is a definite pass. Now, moving on to MJCoursey1 Spicy for Him. Now, this one has developed, the development of this one has gotten a little less interesting to me as well. It basically turns into that mossy, patchouli type of feel with a touch of spiciness there. Still remains heavy for the cooler weather. But it's not anything that really grabs me. It doesn't grab me like EGOS does. EGOS to me has got a lot more depth and a lot more character if I was looking for a fragrance like this for this type of family. But if you're into mossy fragrances with a little bit of sweetness and spiciness to them, definitely not a bad one to look into. Longevity is great and projection is great as well if you like fragrances that are loud, because this one definitely is it. Now on to my final thoughts for Profumum, Roma, Olibanum. Try saying that 5 times fast, I dare ya. Man, that's tough. Why do they gotta do that to us? But anyways, this fragrance, the top of this, you know, it's fierce. Resin, smoke, incense, myrrh, all coming at you and coming at you strong. Quickly, that tames down. It gets a little less fierce in your face. I know some people might not be a fan of that. Me, I am. I like that aggressive nature at the top. But it does calm down and even itself out. And after time, the sandalwood does come in to join the party. The sandalwood does not get loud, but it definitely tames this fragrance down, taking it more in a even paced type of venture. Balancing out the myrrh and the incense that's going on. One of the compliments that I got when I wore this fragrance was I smelled like a burnt tree. So that's kind of like, it's kind of where it's going. It definitely is a very heavy, woody, incense-based fragrance for sure. Done well. I get great longevity, great projection, so I appreciate that. This one is definitely worth the price tag for me, and if I had to pick out a favorite out of all of these, if I had to pick one of these to go home with today that I was purchasing, by far it would be Olibanum. None of these other ones I don't think I would even spend my money on. Sorry, Jason. I'm certainly glad that I get to check them out though, and I'm certainly glad that you did get my nose on Olibanum because I love this one. That one I am definitely a fan of. But that's it for now. Make sure to check out the Fragrance Brothers channel tonight. Oh, it should be one hell of a video. But that's it, guys. You guys take care, and we'll see you soon.